3. But of course, this is a very different composition, as the desk has had many, many hours to discuss.
Yep.
So, bit of a retake setup here for BNJ with his Viper Wall as we get started. Zet's got this classic lineup. People in Korea were going nuts for this. It is awesome. Seen it many times across the regions. Double bounce allows you to get into the site with the dart at the same time. Look at all of that pressure on BNJ.
Oh, it misses the stun. BNJ gets away scot-free. And what a shot! Straight across the site. Zest is no more. Only 2 players left alive now. Stacks in the corner. Just about walking into the line of sight angle for him, but Mako's so low. 46 HP and not enough. Shandy with the perfect weapon for the job.
And what a way for BNJ to get started. He is the this year.
Yeah.
So if he can have big games, that adds such an extra zip to how NIP play.
Look at his deep presence already. Straight down mid, but no messing around for DRX here. On the eco, looking to try and get that plant down. Better yet, they found a pick-off. BNJ falls, and again, the headhunter coming in handy.
Spike planted.
And this could be pretty deadly. Zest has now got a bulldog in his hands. Buzz still with 4 shots in the headhunter.
Yeah. Frag nade sent into the back now. Flash as well to accompany it. Shandy's looking to try and collect. What a shot. Buzz finding it still. The weaponry is a lot better. And NIP, they should be favored. Mako left alive. Last one standing, and he's got the lineups for it.
He's in Narnia.
No energy though with the orb. Can't put it up as well to try and play this one, but he does push them away for but a moment, and they're weak enough. Potentially looking to turn up, and no.
Yeah, it wouldn't have taken too much there against a vulnerable Karnzine, but NIP, they survive. DRX, I think it's hard to argue they're not favored here. They really should be taking this home in 2, I think.
So you see a bit of a pause. Just the exchange of fire as the trademark gets taken out. Buzz wants to lock that one down. He actually placed down another one as well. Audio cube might have been heard by John.
And the desk mentioned it for a moment, but DRX's composition and the way they play the map is quite similar to Mech. If you're familiar with them from their Masters 3 run, champions, finalists. One of the best teams, if not the best team in 2021. They love taking mid control. They'll take elbow quickly. They'll go into mid. You can see the dog used, the drone used. Removing NIP's control from the center portion of this map, and then they choose a place to pivot.
Shandy's getting a deep push down halls, man. A lot of info going to be gained off the back of this one now.
But they're playing retake on both sides. They don't have some huge ultimates to be able to work with here, but they are getting to be just in time.
This seems like it's going to be a big clash right now because, yeah, NIP, all the information that Shandy gets as well, just working his way around A. Now they know, and they're setting up into the back of the site. Got to break that dart, and actually, it's going to be tagging up 2 of the players. It sets the up magically.
1 enemy remaining.
And all the kills going their way. No one was watching the back of the site, and as the utility just flooded in, it sets them up. Just Shandy left alive here on their bonus. Looking to do some damage, of course. He's got a couple of bullets in the headhunter, so can take some long-range fights here if he wanted to.
Mako, Mako's position was
destroying it, I guess, when the hits come through.
And how much practice have NIP had with this map and this comp?
Teleport's ready.
They've played the map.
That is the question.
They've played the map quite a bit, but a very different setup. There we go. Flash into mid as well.
And
fantastic value from Zest. From Stacks.
Take flight.
They just combo all of their util up. It's an easy pick-up for them. They know that NIP, the way that they traditionally play this with a double duelist as well, is setting up for that mid-control. You know, when they played the Jet and Rain, obviously switched up their composition here that they're playing, but losing Shandy off the rip, not ideal. And it's been slowed once more down to about the minute mark as we approach the mid-round here. You're going to see NIP are kind of posturing now towards this double door area. The drone, to try and get a bit of information, retaking that mid-control away from where DRX might be hiding.
And that gives them great info, sure, but they're also not in position to actually anchor A. Now John's getting back. These timings are so tight, but NIP, they're threading the line here. Yep. Dash into the recon dart, though. Not sure that was the play that John was looking for.
Up against the back, that's going to be doing some damage to him. Not necessarily some of the raw damage, but the swing comes through. Pesny tries to play off his own flashpoint, but it's not going to be happening, and NIP look to just try and shut this one down with the rifles in hand. No more energy as well to put up that Viper Wall. DRX in a bit of trouble. The dog going to be used now 20 seconds in the round. They know they have to push this forwards. They have to gain positioning to try and get this spike down, but the coverage is there. John tries to swing to disrupt it. Luckily, Buzz is going to be covering them.
Stax has got his Seekers online. Round 4 super early on.
Instantly gone though.
NIP, they're still at a player disadvantage, and now they don't have that. Spike off line 2, Mako. All of these players with DRX holding passive positions are helping, holding angles for the people who are pushed up further onto the site. And now it's all down to the youngest player on NIP, the youngest player in the tournament. Kawanzin has so much to handle here in a 1v3.
He knows a juggle peek. He knows there's a player at the back of the pyramid. It's so difficult to try and play this now. Caps it, not too many bullets in the clip, and it won't even matter. It doesn't really get to fire a single shot off. Yeah, now we're staring down at a little bit of a half buy once more for NIP. DRX just posturing here. Here's both. Okay, they wait for the knife, and immediately you see the dog and the drone being used at the same time.
They're just waiting around the timing of Vesni's knife.
The reasoning for that, just so that they can't cancel them out, so they get maximum value out of those two key pieces of utility.
And if there's anybody,
the back of the site.
if there's anybody anchoring the site, they can only break one of those. You either pick the drone or the dog, but you still have to give up your space.
Gotta be careful though. You can't peek around the corner, open up an opportunity for them to take a quick little shot, trying to spam through the wall. It's gonna be difficult for them still. Shandy jumping across. It's a classic right click in play. In fact, the headhunter now taking his head off. Buzz removed. Snakebite around the corner, but Stax and the combination of all of them, the pressure just came in right in the nick of time there for Mako.
It's Viper's Pit here, but
Yeah,
it should get challenged.
I mean, this should be a punish, I think. Oh, no. Okay, DRX looked like they were squaring up to go quick off the rip as soon as the barriers were sent down, but no, they're just baiting it out. I think
that does not catch Stax or Zest, so they still have dog and drone to clear Viper's Pit right now.
Yeah.
And B&J's, if they choose to challenge this Viper's Pit, he's going to be under so much pressure. Because again, you can only really break one of them.
A bit of spam for now. Time being bled out of the round.
And they've chosen to invest their Owl Drone over towards double doors. That seems like a bit of misdirection to me. You'll probably still see Stax use his dog, but they don't know how many people are inside this. Often if you play a Viper Cypher setup on this map, there'll be a trip inside the
Look at this,
Viper's Pit.
Oh, Shanty, this is the worst timing possible. He was watching this with the tour de force, this angle coming through. And he's rotated back around to A. And now they're going to start to take it straight through the tunnel, avoiding the Viper's Pit entirely, or not quite. It's actually just a split approach. Mako collects the kill into that one, but NIP going to look to try and hold down the back of the side. RB is out in the open, and the crossfires are looking majestic.
30 seconds left.
Kawanzin with a couple of incredibly important kills there. Shock Dart out as well, doesn't quite catch anything. Shandy goes for another peek, but this time straight into the bullets from Stax. That Phantom at the range needs a couple of hits, and both of them connected.
Kawanzin is so low right now, playing on top of the wall, the different elevation. Besney just looking for the right timing for it, swings round, does get the pick off, but not enough for DRX to try and at least win it. Beautiful, beautiful timing with the swing from Kawanzin.
And that's what we want to see from this guy.
Not ideal for them. Deep Dart now to try and punish any sort of attempts in the flash as well. John forced to drop off. Hunter's Fury from Kawanzin. What is this even finding? What are they even getting out of value from this? Trying to punish maybe some mid-aggression, but...
I think basically just off the information that John got when he updrafted and he sees a couple of people there. All right, Kawanzin, make sure that they can't punish John. Make sure that they can't go up mid quickly, but he barely had the range.
Yeah,
you saw the
barely
Hunter's
the
Fury
range,
just
man.
maxing out.
It's not even that as well. They have lost control of mid.
And that's an area that DRX will constantly, at least
setting up
fake
for a
that
Josh.
they have pressure there.
This is the play I think that they're trying to set up for that I was talking about in the timeout. The drone comes through, Mako and Zest push, and then they go straight through halls along with the Hunter's Fury. Flash out to the side as well. They need to try and punish these players, and Kawanzin's able to hold it down for just but a moment, but Stax far too potent, especially when he's coming through. This guy's aim is unleashed now that he's had those IGLing responsibilities taken off of his shoulder.
It's great trading there. We'll see whether John can make anything happen. Buzz. Just too simple for DRX at the end of the day. What a gorgeous strategy.
Only being able to get the one win on the global stage.
NIP really want to rewrite that history, that community narrative about how well Brazil's been able to perform at these Masters events. And this doesn't look like a particularly dangerous round. We've got a bit of a push actually from Jandi, who's got the Headhunter. Runs into a trademark though, gives away his position, and triggers the push by the look of it out of DRX.
Mako's going to be aware of this. Now, actually, okay, Dog and Drone going to be utilized here.
The knife already used.
Yeah, he didn't have it, but he's going to try to go for the pop flash anyway. I believe one of the players just dodged it. RB, good heads up. Awareness from him knowing that that could be a possibility for them.
Same place that he's doing it again. DRX are too smart for that. They're going to have players playing anti-flash, not holding in an area where they can get caught and swinging out to help their teammates. DRX are always going to be set up for that. And we saw huge amounts of success from Shandy playing the KO. Doing the same kind of stuff, just throwing in his own little pop flashes, playing it very much as a duelist. So far, Vesny has just been countered every time, and that is a prime game of Flawless. Didn't feel...
Is in this upcoming round.
That crab's hips don't lie. All right, Zest going to be working his way fast up mid here. Nobody to support him, but still using that drone. Feels like mid pressure, but there's only one player committed to it. And NIP haven't really figured this out. There's a trademark posted up deep from Buzz in A main as well. Up next to that chop shop, making sure that nobody can push. And still picking it out. They're still cautious that John could have got into an aggressive position. And NIP do like to do that kind of stuff. So DRX bunch up, making sure that they can trade out anybody that's in an aggressive position. But John and Vesny are both just waiting for this.
They're I think worried, obviously, that he just smoked it and walked past it with the contact, like you were saying, Josh.
I've got your
And now here comes the Seeker's push. This is a classic play. Comes back in early. Okay. 0 points to try and push them back, and the nade, and the... Okay, Snakebite on top of it. Way too much utility. But still, it's going to be the 1-for-1. Both Jet players going down. Vesny with a crucial role. He has to lock down the back of this pyramid. He's got the support from the rest of his team. The swing timing, immaculate. And Buzz, not enough firepower for him. Obviously, couldn't just...
KO ultimate available if one of those rounds starts to happen again. And John, this is what they were worried about previously. Him going for some kind of aggressive playing cave.
He's poking for it, but he's not really being supported.
That doesn't matter to John sometimes.
That's true. He does love to go in solo plays.
But he's not doing it this time. He's showing some patience. And I think part of that might just be a respect for how diligent DRX are at working around those kind of threats around the map.
And they're just holding these positionings. You can see Stacks just making sure that they don't lose control of elbow, so a player can't lurk deeper in.
They've used their drone to set up a Jandi deep, well, not that deep, but inside halls at least. And Vesny goes for a bit of an information knife, which is actually perfectly timed and cancels the dog from Stacks. That might make them think, though, that it's a B hit, especially with the Viper Wall being committed. And Buzz, he's just walking his way on in.
I can't believe this.
There's just nobody home.
Look, no one's here. All playing up on the staircase, and John's gone. RB now. I mean, he's going to be capitalizing, of course. He decided, I want to be playing up close there onto yellow, but no, backing off in the end. And now Besney's going to be taking up position once more on the staircase. The rest of NIP have to start flooding into here.
There aren't that many people actually committed to the site right now.
Besney's just alone. He's out and open on an island, essentially. And RB, clean them all up, has to walk into the Snakebite just to avoid a bit of the damage that was coming his way. The wide swing somehow wins it. While this is going on, there is pressure coming from the backside there. The shop. Push from Shandy.
That was just a timer.
Yeah, just going to be fading out, and not enough to save. Mako, fully aware of the lurk, and just catches that immaculate timing once more.
Trying the retake, one by one, staggering in. It's not going to be a success.
Yeah, doesn't bode as well, and...
Here's Shandy pushing down mid, Brad.
The switch up for it. Shandy wins it. He had the dart to supplement it, but he's also got his teammates supporting him. Remember, this buy, Shandy's just on the hero rifle here. The rest of the team only working with the pistols. He wants a little bit more. He actually tapped Cest in the head there.
That was a pre-fire. He just saw the tiniest pit of his elbow and thought, yeah, he's probably going to jiggle.
Drone forced out to try and clear through, and they are worried as well, because as soon as you lose RB, that is one of the largest components of a lot of your push is just going to be taken away. And it's turned this round that otherwise, you know, you're playing against this eco or whatever the half bar you want to call it. Most teams probably going into a bit of whimsy, but now it does add danger to it.
If they can get Marco into position.
Yeah.
So that's just a recon dart that clears out cannon. Lets them know if anyone's going towards B. It's great information for them that it spots nobody. That implies an A push, and they're all going to run into John.
Clear the corner! The right click, John, though, dash straight into the wall. Buzz, enough to try and fold them.
30 seconds.
We'll see what can happen here. Has to reload the rifle. Kawazine! Couple of shots popped off, rattling them. With the Sheriff in hand, stacks though, 8 HP. 6 bullets remaining, 1v1 for him. Kawazine is so low. And he finds the one shot he needed. The thrifty win for NIP.
5-6. NIP really are keeping it close here. After what a dominant display Icebox was for DRX, I thought NIP might have a bit of a mental collapse. It has not been there. This is gorgeous.
Combined aggression from NIP. Pushing through the double doors. Shandy watches it down with the op. And they threaten into elbow there with a little pop flash play. It's lovely. It does take out 2 of the targets, but RB was still posted up in mid.
I got the spike.
And you've now got a really weird situation for NIP as they're defending. They've got a player advantage, but not enough people to actually watch mid, watch tunnel, all of these places at the same time. And Buzz is able to take so much space with Shandy gone.
He knows. Oh, the timing.
The timing?
Did they spot him from behind? Okay.
I don't think Besney saw him, but Kawazine, so aware. Having a fantastic map right now.
You can anticipate both of these players
making the
late
same
lurking, same push as well. And RB knows that there was a player watching the back of it with the knives in hand. Spotted him. Oh my goodness. Finds it in the end. 3 knives all he needs, gets the refresh of course on the Blade Storm, and now they look like they want to try and take this A side. The Viper's sticking to the back of it. This is pure improvisation from DRX.
The plan position really strange. In goes a fragment grenade as well that clears out some portion of it.
It bounced off the pyramid.
And BNJ, he's still inside his own Viper's pit, but that's not going to be useful right now. You need to gather all 3 of your players together and start taking this space, trading the players out.
Mako's got the perfect elevation on the half wall. 3 kills for him. The synergy just not power. Head him straight back into it. Second half of this map, a critical one now on the pistol round, and the contact play from NIP. Although Buzz trying to meet them and not able to escape. He had his TP set up in the corner to rendezvous, but just could not tap it in time.
Yeah, just that's supreme confidence. He really thought he was going to win those duels. Seems crazy to me, but listen, the guy's incredibly good. Didn't work out that time around though. 4v5. And then
retake around the corner, Shandy!
That's a right click as well.
That was a right click.
He ran out of all of his headhunter bullets, just goes straight for the right click instead.
DRX down to 3 players. NIP with a crossfire, perfectly anticipating a bit of this aggression through main, trying to swing round, another right click.
They're blessed.
Actually blessed right now, still RB. Quick little jiggle peek, takes one of their heads off, tries to go for the spam at the end to take out Kawazine, and yeah, not going to be happening. The right click's getting immense value here. Maybe
Bulldogs even for round 14. Not taking any chances whatsoever.
DRX going for this gamble stack. They're on their eco, obviously.
It looks, just if you take a glance at the minimap, like possibly the most uninteresting round you could find.
Yeah, I mean,
they are going to avoid each other. They are going to avoid each other, and NIP is going to be playing a post plan here. But in all likelihood, this should tie up the score at 7-7. You never want to count out DRX in these situations. Buzz only has 3 bullets in his headhunter, and nobody else has a sheriff or anything like that to work with, so this should be pretty difficult for them.
Would be massive for NIP to even up the map. I mean, we were talking as well about Brazil on the global stage, just haven't really found the same success as some of the other regions.
They certainly haven't. Oh, wow. Shandy actually is one of those players as well that is better on his attack side when he ops compared to the defense. It's pretty similar. Looking like he's trying to set up on that long angle towards A. Just punish any of the DRX players that want to swing and challenge them.
Oh yeah. Knife gets used close. It's going to clear any player that might be at bricks, but look at the utility that's being dumped in. It's a little bit too late here. Players aren't quite running in still. The crossfire held. Zest takes John's head off as he was trying to run past. Spike not getting planted. Pop flash is down, but the wall, it was dropped. Anticipating maybe an aggressive retake at the back of it, or possibly just not having the fuel, obviously, but oh, no way.
I mean, NIP are making some questionable decisions in this attack round.
It's a bit all over the place, isn't it?
3v5 as a result of that. Maybe here, the lack of practice rears its head. Kawazine
here,
just making it back in the cave. I thought there was a chance the Viper wall got dropped there, and it was
attacks him.
Tragic.
Dart doesn't get broken. They know where Shandy's positionings is, exactly with this tour de force, and they are contacting in. And it's just played right into their hands. Buzz had the angle on it, and RB's pressed up forwards. Mako from the back of the staircase. It's just Kawazine left alone.
He's had some incredible rounds so far on this map, but without the
30
plant
seconds
down,
left.
a 1v5
here,
is just impossible.
Yeah.
And this bonus round, it had all of the pieces to be really dangerous for DRX, and yet the execution so sloppy. Of course, yeah.
Time, but
I mean,
yeah.
the idea is good, but the execution, the timing is off, and part of that might be because this is the first time they're playing this comp.
It does give them a lot more options compared to the usual Reyna comp that they like to play on Breeze in terms of utility to work with. And you can see this drone clearing out mid, making sure that the opposition are pushed too deep.
Yeah, but while they have information in mid, Stax
Oh,
has made his way all the way forwards in A. And you've got to deal with Buzz pushed up in elbow too. But look at this position by Stax. If anyone comes to clear him, that's going to be so difficult. I mean,
crossfire as well.
RB is holding his back.
Yeah.
And then Stax holds the front. It looks like they might be maneuvering away from this, though. And it could be Buzz in the pushed-up position that ends up taking contact first. There are so many threats all around the map for DRX.
Last time Buzz was here, didn't get away in time. We'll see if he shows a bit of discipline. He's just trying to jiggle big for the information. Not able to get the pick.
But he plays it safe this
He does
time.
play it safe.
Retreats with his life and 140 damage onto Besley.
Bit of a phantom moment. Maka just spamming through, just trying to catch it onto a player, and that stray bullet finds the one target who was low. Still, John is in. He's managed to create a bit of space for the team, and NIP just trailing behind him, and this is an attempt. Oh, Shandy just lurking. Now, they know his positioning though. Zest needs to try and win this one out! Just running around the bullet tag. Did he just not have any bullets in the weapon?
I don't know what happened there with Zest, but that's a bit of a tragedy. Stax still picks it up, and this isn't over. 3v3, plant goes down, NIP in a post-plant position, but without any major ultimate to work with or any large post-plant utility. They know that Stax is on a flank somewhere, and NIP, they're getting surrounded. But each player from DRX doesn't have a teammate to really work off. So unless their timing is perfect, NIP might be able to pick them off one by one.
Great dart. Off to the back. That snake bite though pushes John around the corner. It's a bit uncomfortable for him, and the flash is excellent. Kawazine just wasn't watching it. Stax just moving his way into the ladder. John, 48 health, 1v2, has to come up big right now, has to clutch this up for his team. Wants to try and find him, and Mako a little bit too smart with the positioning, and time was running so low.
What a god play by Stax, though. Insanely well done. Just 15 and 9 right now. Really thriving.
Again, hero rifle on Shandy. Sheriff's on top of it. RB though misses the shot initially, has to dash away. Pressure on right now. What a shot by Besney. Takes his head off.
And here are these thrifty rounds. NIP have been dangerous on them. Another target. Tag there potentially towards the back.
Seekers has to get popped here by DRX. You can show the respect they're showing, especially now that they're a player down.
And NIP are just slowing things down off the back of this. The Seekers get broken. Minutes still on the clock. A lot of time to work with.
Critically for DRX, RB ended up...
Whoa, what an angle.
That's just Buzz spamming. He hears the door being opened. He knows that there's a player there. They've got to hold it down though, Zest. Definitely the pressure's on right now. Kawazine has been clean with the share of shots so far this series, but now it's the 1v3 and they know exactly where he is.
They have guns, but they are one away from being broken once again, and RB's pushing elbow with an off.
They have to convert this round, and that is not a great start for NIP. With Shandy falling, this guy has been the one who, honestly, has been taking a lot of the initial duels, pushing through deep into these areas.
It's heartbreaking for NIP. They had such a competitive first half in this map, and now at the beginning, the opening of all of their attack rounds, something's going wrong for them. Whenever they try and get into the site or make a move forwards, DRX just have so many different plays. There's still a Viper's Pit and people pushed up holes to deal with here as NIP go towards B instead.
Drone gets used, Flash to just try and disrupt the timing of it. RB, what a shot! Flash on the corner, Stax tries to take position and take point for it, but now RB punished. Potentially at the back of the site, pops the knives, the right click, not going to be finding it. Shorty pulls out. Gonna be worried about this one, and John pushes their own nade to catch the kill.
Galloping in there.
RB falling. The spike now planted for them. Gonna be using that no command and the Hunter's Fury comboed up to see if they can convert this momentum and steal away the round.
But there aren't that many players where he's actually fighting. This 1v1 could be crucial between Buzz and John. Again, John finds the timing.
That's fantastic. And Hand gets the third. Zesto still around the corner. Spray through, and it is technically the 1v1. Besney down on the ground. He's going to be fading. No more information to be gained. Taps it for just a second. And what a play by Zest. Back against the wall. Comes up big.
Incredible stuff from the IGL, not only of it. John was finding all of the timings there. He did everything he could for them. Half the DRX are forging. Can NIP bring this one back?
That's the question. With that timeout, obviously, the money was not good for NIP. Is not good. They do have the knives, which is a wonderful ultimate to be having as well when your money's not as ideal, but you need to kind of cook up a strategy around it. And so far, it looks like they're just going for the straight-up A hit. RB suppressed, which means can't dash away. The knives up in the air! John's just whiffing almost every single one. Mako's able to just pick him straight out of the sky.
And there was a sheriff shot there onto RB, but he lives 5 health, too far away. And finds another. Shandy, door closed.
See ya.
No thank you.
Not today. Triple Face is just trying to blindly run straight across. The Viper's Pit popped! Desperation! The perfect angle's being taken in DRX. That's a Prime Gaming flawless to bring them.
For John to have backup players to be in a position to get the trade kills. DRX outclassing them a bit here, and they are match point right now. DRX 1 round away from being able to make it to the playoffs.
Look at this aggressive push that's occurring. Not only RB with the op, but Buzz is so deep into halls right now.
They've been doing this over and over again, and one of them is always good for it.
Okay.
What a kill by B&J. That rope accuracy really is something.
Yeah. Finds the pick off, and that's a critical one.
Buzz is going to try and make a play happen here. Looking for a response. There is a player over there who spots a knee.
RB still want to commit onto this corner. There's a player that might just be trying to swing him from the approaching angle right round the side. And Shandy, yes, a bit of control with the Vandal. One straight bullet just connects onto the cranium, and it's more than enough. Now the tour de force in hand, they want to go. Bit of gusto being shown. You know that this is their best opportunity to try and convert. What was going on there? Players potentially looking at the mini-map. Stacks! How is he getting away with this? Flashes right through, but he actually catches it onto himself.
This has become a little bit of madness. Shandy just managing to dodge the shock darts. Gets out of dodge there, and it's a 2v4. Can DRX put the nail in the coffin right now? Oh, that's going to be very difficult. Mako's had an amazing game, but Shandy is shown.
I know, it's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Tour de force is absurd.
Scanning ahead.
But there are so many match points here for NIP to work against.
Yeah, they've got to claw this one back. That was just the start of it. If they are to stay in this series, it would have to be a hell of a comeback for them.
In down mid, might spot somebody there. Does Zest go for the ultimate?
I think it's too far away. He was considering it.
He could ult here to try and counter Cowan's team, but he's not going to go for it this time around. I think
Zest. Well, Stacks, I should say, pushed up in his forward position. He's been there before. The heads-up awareness from B&J to hard clear that.
I love that. I don't think they've run into it before, just being aware. Unfortunately, this is dropped back down into a 4v4. And RB gets smoked out a little bit. Where's that one going?
That's an interesting one. Right round the corner. But the player's still trying to swarm into the site. RB holding it with the operator. Oh, 2 quick kills for him, and this could be the nail in the coffin for the series. DRX moments away from claiming their spot in the playoffs with all the other top teams. Both the players, man, RB the timing of it, trying to work a way around, and it's just not enough.